Hello everyone, my name is Haris, and today I will be reviewing a film called Full Metal Jacket. So sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Released in 1987, Full Metal Jacket is a war film directed by the legendary English director Stanley Kubrick. The film follows two characters, Private Gomer Pyle, or in the film Private Pyle, and Private Joker. In the film, we see them go through their training camp and eventually their experiences during the Vietnam War. Often described as an anti-war film, Full Metal Jacket showcases the process of turning people into war machines and the eventual effects of the war on the people that participate in them. After more than 30 years of this film's release, the film is still very much relevant. War is very present in the world. For some reason, it is as if war is part of human nature. For this movie review, we will be taking a look at 5 important scenes in the film and how they relate to the world around us.
Private Pyle, what are you trying to do to my beloved car?
Sir, I don't know, sir!
You are dumb, Private Pyle, but do you expect me to believe that you don't know left from right?
Sir, no, sir!
Then you did that on purpose. You want to be different.
Sir, no, sir!
What side was that, Private Pyle?
Sir, left side, sir!
Are you sure, Private Pyle?
Sir, yes, sir!
What side was that, Private Pyle?
Sir, right side, sir!
Don't fuck with me again, Pyle. Pick up your fucking cover.
Sir, yes, sir!
Your left shoulder. Left shoulder. Your right shoulder. Your left shoulder.
This scene showcases one of the main characters, Private Pyle, making a mistake during their training camp. An early scene in the film. This is just one of the scenes in which the military indoctrinates civilians and regular people into becoming soldiers. Private Pyle represents the civilians being turned into cold-blooded soldiers. In this scene, Private Pyle is physically abused into following orders and instructions, and in the end, he is humiliated by having to march without his pants on. The pulling of the pants symbolizes the military's methods of breaking down a person and eventually getting to their heads and turning them into cold-blooded murderers.
Left shoulder! Right shoulder! Lock and load! Order! This is my rifle! There are many like it, but this one is mine!
Now you listen to me, Private Pyle. And you listen good. I want that weapon. And I want it now. You will place that rifle on the deck at your feet and step back away from it. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't Mommy and Daddy show you enough attention when you were a child?
Easy, Lennon. Go easy, man.
This gut-wrenching scene is just one of the examples of the failures of conditioning people into becoming murderers. Private Pyle is not able to cope with the mental stress that he has faced, and eventually murders his abuser and finally himself. What this scene shows is that no one is born to kill people. Private Pyle represents humanity's humanity. The fact that every person is not born with the innate intention to kill another human being. Private Pyle's inability to cope with the conditioning that he is going through eventually breaks down his mental well-being. In the end, Private Pyle concludes that the only way to escape the flawed system is to end his life.
Get some, come on! Get it, come on! Get some, yeah! I got you, brother. How can you shoot women, children? Easy! You just don't lead them so much!
This scene shows how effective conditioning is. Many US soldiers have been conditioned into thinking that the enemy are not human beings. In this case, even innocent civilians are treated as something else. The soldier in this scene shows no remorse for his actions, and in fact, he is quite happy to be murdering people. This scene is not completely fabricated. In World War II, only 15 to 20% of US soldiers pulled their triggers. In the Vietnam War, however, more than 60% of US soldiers pulled their triggers. This was the direct result of the US government's conditioning program. It also implies that people do not wish to kill other people and that they are only taught to do so. Near the end of the film, the other protagonist, Private Joker, is forced to kill a Vietnamese sniper. However, the enemy is just a teenage girl. Joker hesitates to kill her, but eventually does so anyway, going against everything that he had stood for and finally conforming to the ideals that the military has taught him. After killing the girl, we get to see Joker succumbing to the situation. Joker eventually becomes numb to the harsh realities of war and becomes what he had despised, a cold-blooded murderer.
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse! Mickey Mouse! Forever let us hold our banner high, 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 high. Boys and girls from far and near, you're welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, who's the leader of the club that's made for...
In the ending scene of the film, the American soldiers march as they sing a song from the Mickey Mouse Club. This is a rather ironic scene as they are singing a song from a children's program, something that is purely innocent, while the soldiers themselves are doing things that are the opposite. This scene symbolizes the loss of innocence, the complete destruction of someone's sense of humanity, and eventually taking away any of their empathy towards another human being. This movie has made me realize that murderous intent is not something that happens naturally, but rather something that is caused by an external factor. No one wants to be in a war. No one wishes to be a murderer. However, that can happen when someone forces you or conditions you to do so. What this movie has taught me is that not every person's choices are made on their own. A lot of people's choices in their life are actually affected by their surroundings. And because of that, I truly believe that no one in this world is born to be a bad person, but rather their surroundings cause them to be one. Another thing that this movie has taught me is that no one actually wants war. It is not at all a part of human nature, as we have seen in the movie. However, that can be changed if we are taught the wrong things. And due to that, I believe that education is the most important component of a society. Education can encourage people to do good things, and in this movie, it has been shown that education can encourage people to do the wrong thing. Education has the power to completely change a person's behavior, so remember to be careful what you teach other people. And that is the end of the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really recommend this film. If you have the time, please watch it. It gives a very detailed look of the people inside a war, and it shows that there are so many layers to war and that it is not a simple issue. Again, this is Haris, and thank you for watching.